wanted to give a little bit of an overview as far as where I'm at in the garden and a little bit also about the method or strategy. Those sound like big words for what I'm doing, but anyways, for what I'm doing in the garden. So it's currently mid to late April and it is finally warming up, which is really nice, really exciting because I don't know, maybe a little over a month ago we had a really warm spell and it was like a total false alarm for spring. I thought spring was here and we could, you know, start enjoying the warm weather, but again, it was a false alarm, and then it snowed and it was cold and frosty and windy and just like not spring weather at all. And I kept just having in mind like, oh yeah, it's April, I can go outside, go for a walk, I don't have to take my big winter coat with me because it's spring, right? And I froze my butt off multiple times and it was not fun. I mean, I'd also planted a few things in the garden. I was expecting that we still would have some cold weather, but I wasn't expecting that it would be this cold. But so far, almost everything has come up regardless. I mean, it just started coming up just this past week, even though I planted it probably like a month ago. Yeah, just now that it's been a little bit warmer, it's finally starting to come up. And so I don't think I lost much of anything, but we'll see. I mean, if I did, I'm totally okay with it. I was just too excited to get started, and so I got started, and it's fine. I'm fine with failing and failing on camera. Oh, before I get started, I need to make a couple of disclaimers. Number one is I'm not an experienced gardener. I am a very experienced weeder in a not weird way. I've done a lot of weeding in other people's gardens. It was actually one of my jobs for a while, is weeding in a big field of herbs. So I've been kind of involved a lot in different gardens and planting things and harvesting and whatnot, but I've never actually done it myself, like to where I'm the one who's deciding what to plant and where and when and taking care of everything and all of that fun stuff. So when it comes to that, I'm really inexperienced and don't really know what I'm doing. So just in case you're like hoping that I'm an expert and you can learn from me and whatever, that's not the case at all. You can probably learn from all of the mistakes I'm going to be making. I'm just going to be doing a lot of trial and error, emphasis on error. Second disclaimer is we share the garden with our neighbors. And I say neighbors because they are neighbors, they live in the same building as us, but they're also our close friends. So anyways, they are experienced gardeners. The last couple of years, the garden has just been amazing. So anyways, I just want to say like not everything in the garden is what I planted. They planted tons of gorgeous flowers and made everything just look really, really nice. So if you guys are watching, love you, you're amazing. So yeah, I just wanted to get those two things out of the way. And as far as strategy or method, I'm going to be trying out the no dig method. One second. Oh, that's strong, but good. Anyways, I'm going to be trying out the no dig method, which I've been learning about from a man named Charles Dowding. He also has a YouTube channel with a lot of really amazing resources for gardening and stuff, and I've been able to learn a ton from. I'm not going to follow his method 100%. I'm just trying to adapt it to kind of my specific situation and my specific budget, but I'm definitely taking a lot of his information and the things that he does and applying it to myself. So in short, the no dig method is as it sounds. It is really with very minimal digging. You're not tilling the ground or breaking it up much at all. You're really just working on the surface. You can even do this just on a patch of grass where there's not even a started garden. You can put cardboard down, a layer of cardboard over the weeds, which this will over time, it will choke out the weeds so they just won't even grow up and you won't have to deal with the weeds. And then he puts a thick layer of compost on top of this in which he plants all of his seeds or seedlings directly. So over time, again, the cardboard will decompose and then the roots can grow down into the ground beneath as well. A lot of questions that I've had and that I know other people have had is, What about carrots? What about, you know, can things like actually go down into the ground without it being broken up and stuff? And evidently, yes. I've not experienced it yet. I mean, yeah, this is the first time I'm trying it. I'm just kind of trying my hand at it and seeing how it goes. So kind of the mindset behind it is that the less you till the ground, the less weed seeds you're planting into it, and also the less you're disturbing the natural way of the soil. I don't know, I feel like there's a more cool way to say it, but I can't think of it right now. Supposedly you don't actually need to really break up the soil and stuff, because the organisms that are in the dirt, like the worms and other things, keep it loose enough, and the less that it's disturbed, the healthier and happier that it is, and the better yield you will have from the things that you plant in it. Again, these are just concepts that I've been learning about from someone else who has years and years of experience and stands by this method. So I'm just gonna kind of give it a try. Well, my battery died in that last portion right there. It is much later in the day right now. I need to remember where I was. I think I was in the middle of explaining what I've done so far. I'll just leave off there. I did lay down one bed that is with the cardboard, a thick layer of compost, and I did it basically exactly after the ways that Charles Dowding does it, but I'm not going to do that with all of it. Besides that, I have also prepared two beds which are similar, but I didn't use cardboard and I didn't use as much compost, even though I did lay down a small, or more like sprinkle over some compost over the dirt and just kind of mixed it up a little bit. And on these, I just loosened the dirt a tiny bit with just kind of like a rake. I didn't dig or go into the dirt deeper than, say, 2 centimeters. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of see how this works. It's something new to me. I hope it works well, and if it doesn't, we will definitely find out. By now, I have definitely planted a few things outside in the garden. Peas, radishes, parsnips, a few carrots, I think some spinach, and some Swiss chard. I honestly don't really remember all what I planted, and I purposely didn't label them. And I also planted some lettuce seedlings. Besides that, just a bunch of seedlings that are still inside, and hopefully soon I can start moving those outside and setting up the patio area. Did I mention that before? I don't think so. Anyways, we also have a patio area that last year we did have a lot of things in pots in it, and this year I'm going to do the same thing, plus trying to use the fence that we have around it for things to climb on, such as cucumbers and green beans, maybe some other things, I'm not sure. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this year. As far as the space and the method, it's not that much, but I didn't want to bite off more than I could chew this year and just really kind of figure out how things go. I look forward to bringing you along with me. Also, here are some bell peppers. One didn't make it, and the others are definitely alive but haven't been really growing very well, so I need to transfer them to something where they can get a bit more nourishment. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you next time.